Good morning, BHV. Time to start our second day on this Disney cruise. We are definitely in the middle of the ocean right now. Let's start off the day with some breakfast. Oh my god. Oh yeah. Y'all already know I'm getting Mickey waffles. Oh my god, yes. Not gonna lie, guys, for me, this is breakfast of champions right here. You got Mickey waffles, you got some grapes, you got pancakes, you got a blueberry muffin, you got some syrup that I accidentally put too much cinnamon sugar in, but it's already sunk to the bottom and I'm committing to it. That looks very good. And also I found cereal and yogurt. That's probably gonna be round 2. This is a good way to wake up right here. And also, that view in the background, you got the ocean right there. That's awesome. So breakfast was delicious. I'm stuffed right now. Those waffles are awesome. But check this out. We saw this when we were getting finished with our food. I'm not sure if you guys are gonna even be able to see it off the water right there, but if y'all can kind of see that land peeking out, we asked somebody, we're not going there, but that's actually Cuba. All that land right there, that tiny island, you kind of see where it stops and ends going off the water. That's Cuba right there, apparently. That's pretty cool. That's the first island we've been able to see. We decided to walk out to the front part of the boat, and the whole front, I guess like quarter of the boat, is an 18 up area. Like, there's a bunch of bars back here. Kids aren't back here, so it's so quiet compared to the middle of the boat where the water slide and stuff is. But it's so quiet back here. I don't even want to pull the camera out because people are just like sleeping on the chairs everywhere. I want to kind of just like see, this is the front of the boat right here, and just nothingness, but just still kind of weird looking out and seeing that. But it's just so like, I mean, you can hear it. It's silent besides the waves up here. It's really, really nice. I can understand why they have this as an adults only area because it's so quiet up here. It's really nice. I have no idea what we're gonna do today. As you can see by the clouds and stuff, it's really overcast. I don't know like if that's stormy weather up there, if we're gonna get hit. I can't tell, like see the radar, what's going on around us. So I'm not sure like what exactly we're gonna do today. I know there's a play tonight I wanna see. There's an Aladdin show here. Other than that, I don't really know exactly what's going on. So maybe we'll get in the pool, maybe we'll do the water slide. We might just get in this adult pool and just chill for like hours because that's all there is to do. I have no idea, but it's really nice. Breakfast was awesome, and I'll definitely be okay with eating that for the next 6 days. So we'll kind of see what happens. This is one of our 2 days like fully at sea all day. Alicia, I thought, almost lost her glasses. So we're just kind of hanging out, but it's really, really nice and really quiet still. Check this out, guys. So we've gotten this elevator. It's the only one. It's got characters on the wall. That is so cool. Alicia found her new favorite poster right here. And check this out.
It's my shirt.
She's wearing her shirt, literally. I think it's like that same scene in everything.
That's the same.
You got the same scene. That's hilarious. And also, Alicia, if you look back over there, between 2 Mickeys. Here, just like we're trying to just walk around waiting for lunch to start and stuff, just killing some time. We found this cool art gallery area. Ron told us about it. Got Stitch. He's up. Look, Stitch is on the boat with us. He's got to find him. This is cool. There's some really cool artwork over here. Now, Alicia's just winning right now. She's doing so good right now. That's cool. That's fun. There's a cool over there. You have Stitch over here as a pirate. Oh, you have 3. Well, I guess these 2 are the same, but all the Stitch.
Stitch is Jack.
That's cool. So we decided to come down. There's something we're gonna go to in about an hour, but we have to kill basically an hour of time in the meantime. And Ron was like, "Hey, there's a cool art gallery on the 2nd floor, which we hadn't been down to yet. You should go check it out." I think that's all that's down here is just this little bit, but yeah, we'll come down and see what it's about. Cool paintings. We haven't even eaten lunch yet. We're already getting ice cream. I'm gonna try the banana today. Here's how banana ice cream is gonna taste. It smells great. I'm not sure how it's gonna taste though. We'll find out. All right, this is the first time ever trying banana ice cream. It smells like straight like banana pudding.
I wonder if it tastes like banana pop.
When we find out. That tastes like cold banana pudding. Here, but this just got regular swirl. That's like a straight up banana pudding, but it's cold. That's actually really, really good. Banana ice cream. Never had it soft serve. That's actually very, very good. And yes, again, yeah, we're eating this. I don't even know when we're gonna get lunch. This is gonna be way before, and it's worth it. So now that we got some ice cream in our stomach, we're looking at kind of the activities guide, seeing what to do, and in one of the pubs here, there's actually a Pixar trivia thing, and then there's another one later, like Ultimate Disney trivia that's adults only. This one I think is for anybody with Pixar trivia. I mean, you know what? Between the two of us, we're pretty good at Disney trivia and Disney knowledge. We're gonna go give it a shot and see if we're really good at it, how we compare to other people. We might be terrible at it compared to other people. I figured, you know what? Let's go in here and find out. It's gonna be really fun. This is one of the few times by my choice we're gonna be going into a pub. But here we go. We got our scorecard. We have our super, super clever name right there. I tried to make a hidden Mickey out of my 2 O's. Didn't really work.
It's Starbucks stuff.
Our name is like crazy lit right now, but we're gonna see. Between the two of us, you think we're gonna know a decent amount of trivia for Disney, right? It's Pixar. I feel like I'd be better at Pixar than Disney, because with Disney you go back to like the super old stuff that you know more about. But Pixar, I think I know more of, like as a whole between Pixar and Disney. So
Is this both or just
I think this is just Pixar. So I'll be very curious to see how we do with this. There's 25 questions, at least on this paper there's 25, so I don't know if that's how many questions. I'm very curious to see how this is gonna go.
Make sure you come and join us for our other trivias we got going on.
That was fun. That was really, really hard. We got 13 out of 20. That was actually really tough. That was a good time. Yeah, that was a really, really hard trivia. Like, it started off pretty simple, and then it got down to like, who voiced Carl from Up? Who voiced, what other voice ones? Who voiced Marlin in Finding Nemo? Stuff like that, and then one of them, I think we were the only ones that got it right, because I just completely guessed. It was multiple choice. Was, who's up there? Oh, it's Minnie. That's cool. But it was, what Toy Story toy, or what Toy Story character was in Wally's ship, or Wally's ship, Wally's what?
There goes that little girl that was telling us where to go yesterday. She's still just as proper.
But one of the questions was, what character from Toy Story, what character from Toy Story was in Wally's like ship at the beginning of the movie when he goes in? What character was in like one of the little storage bins from Toy Story? I think most people guessed Slinky. We were the only ones that got it right. It was Rex. But it was really fun, but it was really hard. And later today there's an Ultimate Disney trivia that's 18 up. Everyone in there was over 18 years old at least. We were probably the youngest ones in there. But it was really, really tough and really, really challenging, but it was really fun. We got 13 out of 20. I think we were in like the top 6 out of 10 or something like that. So we did okay. We did all right. So we're back now. We're at a different place. We're at a place called the D Lounge, I think, for another round of Disney trivia. It's Ultimate Disney trivia this time. Our last time it was Pixar, and they said it's supposed to be a lot harder. So we got 13 out of 20 last time. I feel like it's pretty good. I'm curious how Disney's gonna go, because like if it's anything like how the questions were labeled for the last one, they were very, very difficult. So I'm curious how we're gonna go this time. I'm fully relying on Alicia for all of the old school Disney stuff, because I don't have probably any knowledge on that. So I'm very curious to see how this one's gonna go.
I'm calling out to all my fellow Disney nerds. Who here thinks that they really know Disney? That is good. That is real good. Because I've got right here a nice collection of about 20 questions. All right, 20 questions. So we're keeping it still a little bit of simple. But again, this is going to be all over the place and all Disney and all tough. So when it comes to this trivia, make sure that your team has a piece of paper and a pencil. That all of our teams consist of up to 4 players. And this does technically fall under our adults line. So it is participation for those folks 18 and older for this one. Because let's face it, for most of these questions, if not all these questions, I don't know if the kids will even be able to help. That is right. So when it comes to the 20 questions that I have right here, I have split them up into different categories as well, just to have a little bit of fun for this one. But with all this in place, are you ready to test your Disney medal? That is good, because we got some prizes on the line too. So let's start off with our first category. And for our first category, we're going to start with Walt Disney World Resort Trivia. So these are all facts on Disney World. Not Disneyland, Disney World. Disney World, okay? Get yourselves ready for this one. Starting off with question number 1. Question number 1. In which land would you find Tom Sawyer Island? This might be a sweet, simple start. Again, number 1. In which land would you find Tom Sawyer Island?
So easy, Disneyland.
That's right, the whispering has already started. Everyone just go with it. That's exactly what you sound like. Ready to lose it. Let's move on to question number 2. Question number 2. What was Walt's main requirement for his vision of Epcot the city? That's right. That's right. There's planned to be a city if you didn't know. Again, number 2. What was Walt's main requirement for his vision of Epcot, the city. And now we're getting the blank stares. That's great. Hazard your best guess, everyone. But also that reminder, even if you don't know the answer, still act like you do. It does instill confidence, and also it might scare the pants off of your opponents.
That's just a guess.
This is like, Epcot, the city. I know, there's a guess. Let's see how you do with our next one. This is question number 3. Now, for question number 3, Disney is known for using smells, visuals, and sounds to enhance an attraction's experience. How many different scents were in the Soarin' ride at Epcot when it first opened? By scents, I mean smells, okay? So again, how many different scents were in the Soarin' ride at Epcot when it first opened? So we're going back to beforehand, not modern day, original, OG Soarin'. But now let's try number 4, everyone. Going for question number 4, in which land would you find Town Square Theater? In which land would you find Town Square Theater? But that's our first 4 questions. That is our first category, everyone. After this, we are going to switch things up. For our next category, we call this one the number game. In this case, all the answers are going to be numbers. Makes sense, right? Yeah, I hope so. As we go into question number 5, for question number 5, how many happy haunts reside within the Haunted Mansion? Again, for number 5, how many happy haunts reside within the Haunted Mansion? Another sweet and simple start, right? I guess. But let's see how you do with our next one. Question number 6. For question number 6, what number is painted on Herbie the Love Bug? What number is painted on Herbie the Love Bug? Got it.
I know.
You got it. You're ready to just kicking back and just going. Good, I told you to instill fear in everyone else. But let's see how you do with our next one, okay? Here is question number 7. In the full-length animated feature, Alice in Wonderland, what is written on the hat of the Mad Hatter? Whoa, right? Again, in the full-length animated feature, Alice in Wonderland, what is written on the hat of the Mad Hatter?
Somebody has to read it.
Like, shit. I can see it, but that's not that.
Did you write anything down?
I can see it.
Sure. I didn't see the pencils moving. Yeah. I am going in for our next one, question number 8. In the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror, how many people disappeared with the elevator on that fateful night? Again, in the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror, how many people disappeared with the elevator on that fateful night? And that is it for our second category. So we're going to move on and switch things up. For category number 3, our next few questions are based on villainous sidekicks. So not the main villains, we're talking second-tier villains. You'll see what I mean as we go for question number 9. For question number 9, what is the name of the vicious and spiteful cat that makes life downright miserable for Cinderella? Again, what is the name of the vicious and spiteful cat that makes life downright miserable for Cinderella? You know this one, Raph? Yeah? Don't help. No. Down, Raph. He can't help you. You might be able to pay him off with chicken tenders, but you didn't hear that from me. Next up for number 10, question number 10. What villain in Pinocchio runs the puppet show? What villain in Pinocchio runs the puppet show?
Here I go.
I don't know what to think, because we're reaching this point where you're just looking at me without blinking, and it's kind of terrifying.
I hope nobody reads this.
I'll just give you more questions, okay? Think about this one. Question number 11. Who is the evil pair that spies on Ariel for Ursula? Who is the evil pair that spies on Ariel for Ursula? And we got one more villainous sidekick question. This is number 12, everyone. Number 12. In the full-length animated feature, Pocahontas, what is the name of Governor Radcliffe's dog? I'm sorry if this one hurts. I'm very sorry if this one hurts. But let's try that one again. Number 12, in the full-length animated feature, Pocahontas, what is the name of Governor Radcliffe's dog? I take it some of you are like me, where it's just, you close your eyes, you start visualizing the film or the location wherever you are, and just try to put it together piece by piece.
Once I hear it, I'm gonna be like,
It's going on replay. Gonna TiVo this one. But we're gonna switch things up. We're gonna get another category going on for our next few questions. This is something we call acronym mania. So we got a bunch of acronyms that you got to try to figure out. Starting with number 13, WED Enterprises was an acronym
that's
for what?
definitely not it.
Oh, that was not.
Again, WED Enterprises was an acronym for what? And that's number 13. So this may take a little bit more writing to do. I can't give too much time, but give it your best shot.
I don't know. I'm just putting something down so I don't get off.
As we give you number 14 now. For number 14, what is Epcot an acronym for? What is Epcot an acronym for? I'm getting like a slight hint of confidence over here, but just ever so slightly. Are you doing okay? Do you need medical assistance?
We think we're gonna slide
You got a few things written down, so that's a start. I'm so glad you could join
I was
us.
gonna put something down.
Let's put something together.
I wouldn't get off remembered. That's why I'm just putting
Moving on to number 15. Question number 15. In the movie The Santa Claus, what is ELFS an acronym for? That's ELFS. What is ELFS an acronym for? Yeah, getting closer to the end, these start getting kind of tricky. If they weren't before.
I can picture you saying that in the movie too.
I'm not even thinking about that.
Bye kids, bye kids. Don't look in this direction. All right, next up, number 16. Question number 16. What is WALL-E an acronym for? What is WALL-E an acronym for? But everyone, we are getting close to the end. We've got one more category, 4 more questions. But this might be the trickiest one of them all. After all, our category now is called timeline. In this case, we're looking for years as your answers. Yep. Save the worst for last. Great. Let's give it a shot, all right? Question number 17. In what year were the Walt Disney Archives established? In what year were the Walt Disney Archives established? Did you get me in that picture? I was posing and everything. I had to think about that real quick. Okay, next up, number 18. What year did the first Disney store open? Hazard your best guess. What year did the first Disney store open? Almost there, all right? Almost there as we give you number 19 now. For question number 19, in what year did Walt Disney produce the opening ceremony for the Winter Olympics?
Oh, that was the one in Germany. That was Berlin.
Again, in what year did Walt Disney produce the opening ceremony for the Winter Olympics? And it is time for our last one, question number 20. For number 20, what year did Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln originally premiere? That is all of our questions, everyone. All 20 of them. So double check, triple check your answers. See if you have any blanks that you got to fill up. If you do, write down something, anything. Seriously, just hazard a guess. You never know what'll strike gold.
Can you repeat number 20 real quick?
Very quickly, last one, number 20 was, in what year did Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln originally premiere? We are going to close this off in 5, 4, 3, 2, and time. Like Mars. Mars, you can say that this was a tricky trivia, right?
I know it, but yes.
You know it?
Yeah.
You know it.
Yeah.
Get over here, Mars.
I missed the first.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, say hello to Mars.
Hi, Mars.
There we go. He's part of the Crew Staff Entertainment team. That's right. Now, he says that he knows, like, all these answers. So I'm going to test you right now, okay? So, I got all the questions. I'm just going to rally them off, and in the meantime, with each of the correct answers, mark off each one with a point, everyone, okay? So, let's see what we got. So, I'll test you out with our first one. For number 1, in which land would you find Tom Sawyer Island? Frontierland is correct. Man, Mars, your voice suddenly became more high-pitched. It was amazing.
Thank you.
You're on the spot right now, by the way. Hi, Crew Staff team. Yeah, by the way, this is the rest of our fantastic team. Well, most of our fantastic team. Paris, Raph, Jesse, and Lexi. You guys are cool. Moving, yeah. Yeah, you are, Karis. How's that coming along? Karis, put that down. Get over here.
Oh, she's on the spot too.
No, sorry, Karis. You're not doing anything. Get over here. Everyone say hello to Karis as well.
Hi.
All right, now I'm testing you, okay? For our next question, what was Walt's main requirement for his vision of Epcot, the city?
In my defense, I'm from New Zealand, and we don't have Epcot in New Zealand. But I believe it's that everyone must be employed. Is it?
That's correct.
Yes!
Oh,
Crazy requirement, right?
Did not know that.
What you got?
No. If you have that attitude, you are sticking around, okay? We got 0 for 1. No, 1 for 1, really.
But it was going to be regular.
You had help. All right, number 3. How many different sets were in the Soaring ride at Epcot when it first opened, Mars?
3.
There were 3.
I said 4.
When it first opened.
When it first opened, that's right. Oranges, Pine Grove, and the Sea.
Not for the first ones.
If we're going to be particular. Harris,
Yo.
you got our next one. In which land would you find Town Square Theater?
Main Street, USA.
Main Street, USA is correct. Represent the ladies here. Main Street, USA. All right, bouncing over to the guys. Number 5, how many happy haunts reside within the Haunted Mansion?
999, and there's always room for
999 is correct. Better not be me, though. You keep me out of this. Karis, you get the fun one. Number 6, what number is painted on Herbie the Love Bug?
53.
53. I knew that.
53 is correct. And your voice just dropped down drastically and went from a distance. That's amazing how you project like that.
Yeah.
Next up, number 7, Mars. In the full-length animated feature Alice in Wonderland, what is written on the hat of the Mad Hatter?
Fraction. Yeah.
Could you be a little bit more particular?
Oh, it's
There's a 10 and a 6, and they're in a particular order.
It is 10 over 6. 10 over 6 is correct. Now for number 8. In the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror, how many people disappeared with the elevator on that fateful night?
10, 9. This is my thinking.
Who did you read that from?
I just thought I was just thinking. I was just getting ready for it. I knew it.
No, it's wrong. Nope, it's 5.
5. That's what I said.
5. A lady, man, older woman, little girl, and bellhop.
Knew that.
In case you want me to be a part.
Testing it.
Again, the next one, Mars. What is the name of the vicious and spiteful cat that makes life downright miserable for Cinderella?
Lucifer.
Lucifer is correct. What a vicious name. Lucifer. Bless you. Cinderella, Cinderella. Yeah. And they're wrong. Number 10. What villain in Pinocchio runs the puppet show? Burger.
Stromboli.
Stromboli. Wait, where have you got? Who was doing this?
He was like burger.
I was going for burger. I was just eating.
Is that how you eat pasta?
That's why we eat that.
Oh wait, no. We need bibs, all of us. It's terrible. Number 11. Who is the evil pair that spies on Ariel for Ursula?
Flotsam and Jetsam.
It's actually pronounced Flotsam and Jetsam.
Flotsam.
Flotsam and Jetsam. Depending on the spelling, we could accept either, I guess. But you do need both of those for full points as a heads up. Next up, in the full-length animated feature Pocahontas, what is the name of Governor Radcliffe's dog? We slowly but surely got there. Percy is the correct answer. I need to look around and see where you're pulling all these from. What sort of hints are you getting? Next up, number 13. WED Enterprises was an acronym for what?
Walter Elias Disney.
Walter Elias Disney is correct.
Oh, wow.
To be fair, he hosts this trivia.
Thank you for breaking the fourth wall.
He's still helping out, all right? This is more so for you now, okay? So I should just direct the rest of the questions to you, is what you're saying.
Okay.
Anyways, Epcot, what does it stand for?
Environmental. Mars?
Experimental prototype community.
Yeah.
Experimental Prototype Community of Tomorrow. It's a lot to say.
I knew.
Thanks, Raph. The world. Number 15. In the movie The Santa Claus, what is ELFS an acronym for?
Extra.
Stop.
Everybody loves fish.
I think that's just a winner for association.
With that, you get double points.
No, you do not. She is not control. Get out. Number 15 is Effective Liberating Flight Squad. Effective Liberating Flight Squad, for those of you who still remember the Santa Claus. The one with Tim Allen. Number 16, what is WALL-E an acronym for? Jesse and Lexi for the assist. Waste Allocation Load Lifter, Earth Class. There we go. Just the last few now. Number 17, in what year were the Walt Disney Archives established? We're getting some ballparks here. 1970. 1970. Oh, that's tough. Number 18, what year did the first Disney store open?
87.
1987.
Wow.
Number 19, in what year did Walt Disney produce the opening ceremony for the Winter Olympics? 1960.
One Olympic.
Right?
Yeah. But where?
Congratulations, you got the first point.
California.
Number 20, finally, what year did Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln originally premiere? 1964.
You got that one right.
I know. Yeah. There we go. That is it, everyone. Tally up those scores.
Wow.
Master, do you
Yeah,
know
that
it's
one,
right? Bingo Master, Bingo Buddy.
That was
whatever
really
you like to
hard.
call it.
Okay, that was really, really hard. I want to let that whole thing record and get the answers too. So guys, chime in the comments. How many did y'all get right? Like, I want y'all to answer them. Don't be cheating. Don't be skipping the answers. Write all your answers in if you wanted to during that. I put in a little blip over to say it. I want to know in the comments how many of those y'all got right. We got 5. The winner had 15, which is insane. That was like, I was thinking it was gonna be more like movies and stuff like that, not just Disney as a whole. That was tough. That was hard.
You really did.
Those were challenging. So yeah, let me know in the comments how many y'all got, because that was really hard. Here, check this out, guys. I thought this was pretty cool. We could see from the photo. I showed you how we were passing Cuba. Like, you could barely see part of the island. Look what we can see now. This is pretty awesome. So I'll try to zoom in and post so you guys can see it more. But all the way out there, you can kind of see like some, I guess that's part of like the main city maybe? Or one of the main cities in Cuba. I'm not exactly sure how like Cuba set up, honestly. You can see like a lot of buildings and stuff now, and some high rises. Like if you look over on this side, hopefully you guys can see it's like really foggy out because of this weather we've had. You can kind of see some big like skyscrapers and stuff out there, which is pretty cool to see from the boat. So I guess, I still think that's part of Cuba. I don't know what city or state or whatever it's set up, but it's cool that we can see that. Alright BHV, that's gonna end it for our second day, our first full day, and our first like of only 2 days we're fully at sea. We ended up seeing the Aladdin play tonight, which was really good, but there was no photos, no video, no audio, nothing was allowed in there because it's like a Broadway play. So I couldn't show that. It was so good though. It was pretty similar to the one that used to be a California Adventure at Disneyland. It was really, really good. Awesome show. It was so funny. Really good. But now we're gonna hit to bed a little bit earlier tonight. It's like 10:15 because tomorrow is our first day on an island. And speaking of island, it's Moana playing in the background. But we're going to Cozumel. I don't know how you pronounce it. In Mexico tomorrow. And we're hopefully gonna get up pretty early so we can have a good amount of time there. I'm not sure what we're gonna do, but it's gonna be awesome. But thank you guys for watching the video today. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you all very soon for the next Disney cruise vlog. I don't know what I'm calling these yet, but I'll see you all very soon with the next one. Later, guys.